Just as I was about to demonstrate the invention to the judges, a kid with a baking soda volcano stole the show!
2025 sure was a year for animated movies. With releases being low in quantity and most of them quality, let's be honest, I don't think anybody's gonna look back and see this as a great year for animation, especially on the mainstream side of things. But we still got a couple solid movies, even if most of them didn't make the biggest splash. But there was one that made a humongous splash, one that nobody was expecting before it released. That film, of course, being Sony Pictures Animation's K-Pop Demon Hunters. Released on Netflix in June, this thing became a worldwide phenomenon. Pretty much everyone I know watched it, which is not common at all for animated movies these days. It was the talk of the town all summer long, to the point where it debatably had the biggest cultural impact of any movie released last year, animated or not. Topping music and streaming charts for months on end, this movie was a force to be reckoned with that resonated with millions of people worldwide. And you know what? I can see why. K-Pop Demon Hunters is a damn good movie. Such a cool, original concept for a movie delivered in a stylish, upbeat, exciting manner. The directing is on point, the animation is vibrant and fun, the main trio is full of personality, as are the side characters. The movie is surprisingly really funny with an excellent sense of energy and great comedic timing, and the soundtrack is filled to the brim with bangers. It has some pretty annoying story problems and underdeveloped character arcs that do kind of hold it back, and it's not like the deepest, most thematically rich animated movie out there, but it's one that I really enjoy and can definitely see why it caught on in the ways that it did. I'm currently working on a top 10 animated movies of 2025 list, mainly to show that there were indeed good ones outside of the mainstream stuff. But K-Pop Demon Hunters is gonna show up on that list, and I think it earned its spot. That video will hopefully be out soon. I've just recently gotten caught up playing every single Mario vs. Donkey Kong game on my Nintendo 3DS. I'm a hardcore gamer if you couldn't tell. So yeah, great movie. I really like K-Pop Demon Hunters. I want to make that clear to all the KPDH stands watching this video before we continue, because this is where things get a little messy. This past weekend, the Golden Globes were held. I didn't watch them live because I had more important things to do. This ceremony has never really meant much to me compared to the Oscars, which I think is a sentiment shared by a lot of people. But there was one award that I wanted to keep an eye on, that being, of course, Best Animated Feature. Now, there are tons of other award shows, and a lot of them have a Best Animated Feature category. Why was I paying attention to this one specifically? Well, because the Golden Globes category, especially in recent years, mostly mirrors that of the Best Animated Feature Oscar, both in terms of nominees and winners. The only difference is that they have 6 nomination slots as opposed to 5, so they fill the extra slot up with fucking garbage. But in terms of winners, this decade every Golden Globe winner has went on to also win Best Animated Feature at the Oscars. Soul, Encanto, Pinocchio, Boy and the Heron, and Flow. Thus, each year this category is a pretty good indicator of what we later see at the Oscars. Especially since not all of these were super obvious picks, yet they matched with the Academy anyway. And this year, the winner of Best Animated Feature at the Golden Globes was K-Pop Demon Hunters. Yeah! Yay! That's cool, I guess. At least it wasn't Elio.
More like P.
I'm not downright upset at this win, especially since the Golden Globes don't mean much to me and the Oscars are the big boy ceremony, but I kind of feel dissatisfied and worried. Like I said, every Golden Globe winner this decade has matched with the Oscar winner in this category. That's 5 years in a row, with a lot of overlap in the 2010s as well. So let's say this pattern continues into this year. That means K-Pop Demon Hunters is going to be the next Academy Award winner for Best Animated Feature. Yay. That's cool, I guess. Obviously, the ceremony hasn't happened yet, so we don't know for sure. Heck, we don't even get nominations until next week. But given how much of an indicator the Globes are for the Oscars, this is concerning to me, and I think there is value in discussing this before the Oscars happen. To be honest, K-Pop Demon Hunters is not worthy of the title for Best Animated Feature, and winning the Oscar would be the lamest, most boring outcome ever. This is the part where all the stands get all pissy and go to the comments and type, well, what else would be worthy of the award? Obviously, nothing is better than K-Pop K-Pop Demon Hunters. I know for sure. I watched 5 movies. Clearly, you are new to this channel and don't know what it's about. If that is the case, there is a button below this video that says subscribe on it, and I think it's worth clicking on. There are indeed other animated movies from 2025 that are better than K-Pop Demon Hunters. Most of these movies don't matter in this discussion because the Academy is dumb and is instead going to nominate stupid Pixar alien movie. But there is a movie that is guaranteed to get nominated that is worth bringing up, that being Little Amelie or the Character of Rain. I've talked about this movie before, but to recap, it is an absolute masterpiece. It's cute, charming, while being expertly written and thematically rich. Not only is it easily my favorite animated film of 2025, but I think it's critically the best one as well. Literally nothing else can even compare. Except Neja 2, but that's not getting nominated because, you know. Thankfully, unlike that film, Little Amelie has been getting nominated for Best Animated Feature at all the major award shows left and right. It's even taken home some trophies like the LA Films Critics Association Award. I'm super happy this movie is getting recognized in some form, and I really don't want to sound ungrateful considering all the anime movies I love that got jack shit at these award shows, but I'm still not quite satisfied. Let's just say that K-Pop Demon Hunters has been winning far more animation awards than Amelie, and you might be asking, what the hell did you expect? K-Pop was the biggest animated movie of last year, heck, arguably the biggest movie of last year, and it was critically acclaimed too. So like, yeah, duh, it should be expected that it's gonna take home some awards. But this many? Really? I should re-emphasize that I really like this movie, and I'm not saying that it was completely undeserving of these wins. But seeing this massive award sweep for a movie that was a cultural phenomenon gave me a sense of deja vu. Many have compared the K-Pop Demon Hunters craze to that of Encanto's, which similarly topped music and streaming charts for months on end, and won every Best Animated Feature award under the sun. And I even have similar feelings towards both of these movies. They're both really, really great, but not mind-blowing, spectacular, life-changing experiences. And I think the people who watch 5 animated movies per year treating them as such because they refuse to watch anything else are incredibly annoying. Encanto completely swept that award season, which was to be expected as that was during the height of its popularity. But it's interesting to look back 4 years later now that the hype has died down and people have moved on to the next big thing. I don't really see anyone regarding Encanto as some groundbreaking masterpiece these days, like many were hyping it up to be back then.
Not to say the internet turned on it or anything, people still like this movie, but nowadays it's clear that its impact and the world's cultural obsession with it was more of a fad rather than the movie being actually that good. Looking back now, Encanto winning all these awards felt more like a product of its popularity rather than its quality, which is still very high, mind you. These days, many would argue that these awards should have gone to Mitchell's vs. the Machines, or Flea, or Belle, which wasn't even nominated. Don't worry, maybe Hosoda will get nominated for his No. This awarding based on popularity thing dates back further than Encanto, obviously. Most of the 2010s winners were the popular Disney movies that were big at the time, but nowadays most people would argue that they didn't deserve these wins. I think there's a clear split between Best Animated Feature winners like, say, Into the Spider-Verse, and movies like Frozen and Encanto, both in the way these movies are regarded today and how they won their awards. As good as it is, I don't think you can argue that Encanto didn't win all of these awards because it was the popular thing at the time. I mean, look at its Letterboxd average compared to every winner since then, and you'll see a fair difference. And that brings us back to K-Pop Demon Hunters, which is essentially the new Encanto. A really, really good, but not incredible movie, winning all these animation awards because of its massive popularity. Only difference is people don't mind this one because it isn't from someone who annoyingly sweeps these awards based on popularity all the fucking time. Which, hey, I mean, fair enough, I guess. I can't argue with you there. But damn it, as someone passionate about animated films and someone who watches more than 5 movies a year, this is starting to get under my skin a bit. And this Golden Globe win was the tipping point given how much the Oscars usually mirror the Globes when it comes to this category. My main takeaway from this ceremony, other than the fact that Sinners stands are insufferable. This is so fucking disrespectful. Oh my god. The baby children's movie beat Sinners. Now it's gonna starve. You guys are going to get a shitload of Oscar nominations next week. Stop acting like the underdog. And also shut up before I teach you what a real baby children's movie is. Anyway, the takeaway was that K-Pop Demon Hunters now has a very high chance of winning Best Animated Feature at the Oscars, higher than it did before. And if that happens, they're essentially gonna be awarding the most popular movie rather than the best one. In the 2010s, this wouldn't faze anyone. It was basically the standard back then. But the thing is, we're not in the 2010s anymore. For the past 3 years, the Academy has greatly improved in awarding less mainstream, more artistic movies to the point where the award no longer feels like a popularity trophy. Pinocchio, Boy and the Heron, and Flow are all great movies, and I was overjoyed to see them win these awards. I don't see anybody arguing against these these wins, including people like me who liked Puss in Boots, Across the Spider-Verse, and The Wild Robot more than the actual winners. It's hard to complain about these movies getting these accolades because it feels like they did enough to earn these awards. I think these movies are gonna stand the test of time and be remembered as worthy winners, unlike movies like Frozen and Encanto, which clearly haven't. Many were hoping that this was the start of the Academy using the Best Animated Feature category to actually award the most artistic and deserving movie of the lot. And in terms of this year, considering how far it's already come, I think Little Amelie would be a fantastic new winner. Many have called it the next Flow, and it's even gotten a lot of similar accolades. And it deserves it. This movie is incredible. Literally everyone I've gotten to watch this movie has loved it, and I think it's easy to see why. I speak for many when I say that I think this would be the perfect addition to the new Best Animated Feature lineage, and be another groundbreaking win for a European animation that deserves it. But if the Globes are anything to go by, that's not gonna happen. They're gonna give it to K-Pop Demon Hunters. Woo! That wouldn't make me mad, just really disappointed. You can say the Oscars are just a crappy award show all you want, and you're not wrong, but they do in fact have value in making the public and industry aware of these movies. Like, yeah, obviously I'm smart enough to not mindlessly worship the Oscars as the end-all be-all, and you hopefully are too if you watch my videos. But think of all the people who deeply value the Oscars in terms of what they choose to watch. Those people do exist, and there are tons of them that make up the general public. I know quite a few people in real life who only watched Flow because of its Oscar win. Who knows if these people would have given this movie a chance if it didn't have this award to its name. Which is why, as unfair as it is, it does indeed matter who gets the award. Like, think about it. What would K-Pop Demon Hunters even gain from winning the Oscar? The public knows about and loves it. Literally everyone has seen it. They have all the success in the world, even without this award. And do you really think this movie will stand the test of time? In 5 years, are we gonna regard K-Pop Demon Hunters as the fucking magnum opus of animation that deserved all of these awards, or just a really, really good movie that was popular at the time? Whereas if Amelie wins, it would be historical, being France's first win in the category, another major landmark for G-Kids and foreign animation in general, and most importantly, would get tons and tons of people who haven't seen it to give the movie a chance. That's what seemed to happen with Flow, as opposed to a movie that was merely nominated like Robot Dreams, which I saw far less people watch. I know it sounds like I'm whining because of how much I love this movie and how much I want to see it win, but I do genuinely believe that the Oscars have value and their choices in what to award do indeed matter. Am I saying that we should always give the award to the movie that would benefit the most from it? No. But Little Amelie is also just better. All those people I showed the movie to, pretty much all of them agreed that it clears K-pop and is the best animated film of 2025. On Letterboxd's 2025 year in review, Little Amelie ranked as the 12th highest rated movie of the year and the 3rd highest rated animation, behind 2 movies that have no chance of getting nominated before you comment. K-Pop Demon Hunters didn't even make the top 10. Shouldn't the Best Animated Feature award go to the Best Animated Feature? Is that such a crazy concept? Like, if K-pop's competition in this category consisted of Smurfs, The Twits, Elio, and I don't know, Sneaks, then yeah, give it the award, it clearly deserves it. But we all know Little Amelie is 100% getting nominated, and I can't ignore that it is a better option than K-pop. This is all subjective. I'm sure there are people who do prefer K-pop over Little Amelie, but that's assuming they have watched Little Amelie. And if we know anything about Academy members and watching animated films, if you haven't watched Little Amelie, then I'm sorry, but you really don't have a place to determine if K-Pop Demon Hunters deserves the Oscar or not. And as someone who has watched all 5 of the bound-to-be Best Animated Feature nominees, including Arco, which is also very good and you should watch that when it comes to US theaters, I cannot in good conscience say that K-Pop Demon Hunters deserves to win this award. Again, I must emphasize that I really like this movie, because some smartass on Twitter is probably going to accuse this video as being mindlessly shitting on it. But it's not worthy of this Oscar, especially given what it's up against. And I really wanted to share these thoughts before the award is given out, so this video can be used as a time capsule of sorts where knowledge of the actual winner isn't affecting my thoughts. But who knows, maybe Amelie will stage an upset and take the gold home. It's certainly possible. If that happens, I will happily label this video as outdated and you can rightfully laugh at me. But if that doesn't happen and K-pop takes the award, I'm not going to be upset, as I've said. This is indeed a quality movie worthy of the praise it's been given. And really, I'd take anything over giving another undeserved award to Disney. But I do want and think it's important for this award to be used to highlight and reward artistry rather than solely popularity. Because that's what a win for K-Pop Demon Hunters would feel like, rewarding based on popularity. So similar to the ending of my Neja 2 video, my final message to you all is to go watch Little Amelie. Regardless of if it's going to take home the gold or not, it's a masterpiece that everyone should experience. And I want to use this video that'll inevitably attract a bunch of K-pop stans as a beacon to spread the word about it. It's well worth your time. Now, if you'll excuse me, I gotta get back to playing Mario vs. Donkey Kong Tipping Stars on my Nintendo 3DS. Bye!